Hey, good afternoon, everybody. This is the Employee Baltimore show. My name is Lewis Monk. I'm standing in today for Marvin McKinstry. First and foremost, it's hot outside. The air index quality is terrible, so if you're inside, stay inside. If you're outside, get inside. Today we have a good show for you. So let me back up and let you know a little bit about what I do. My name is Lewis Monk. I am a business service representative for apprentices. What does that mean? Apprentices, companies that want to start apprenticeship programs, they come to me. People that want to be apprentices that work for those companies, maybe unions or maybe different type of jobs, they come to me. I married the two together, and then hopefully everybody lives happily ever after. I also got to give a shout out to my crew, my apprenticeship team. That's Toby, Carrie, Yessie, and Berlin. Berlin is being our project manager. She's awesome. She's guiding us in the right direction. I would be remiss if I didn't give a shout out to Miss Yvette Clark. She is instrumental, inspirational, inspiring, and all of that stuff to get us to the next level as well. All right, today, man, we have a hot show for you, and you can always learn about apprentices. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns about apprentices, you could just hit me up at lewis.monk@baltimorecity.gov. We also have a hiring board that's up so you can see the jobs that are out there. And then you click on the links, it'll tell you who you need to contact, get your resume together. We have people here at the centers that'll help you get your resumes together. We have people here at the centers that'll help you do everything you need to do so we can overcome all those obstacles and barriers to get you employed. So you can see the hiring board email is down below. And like I said, you come to Northwest Career Center, ask for me. I'll definitely guide you to where you need to be. So that is one thing that's cool. Now, the next thing that I had that's very exciting is a free rides to work, free Lyft ride to work. And what that means is if you live in Baltimore City and you work in Baltimore City, the Mayor's Office of Employment Development, along with Miss Nikki Reed, are connecting the two together to get you 40 free Lyft rides. You don't have to use them all at once. You can split them up. And hopefully, what the thought process is you got a brand new job. You need to get to work. This will give you a couple paychecks under your belt. Maybe you can get a car, maybe you can get a bus pass, or maybe whatever. But definitely hop on the free Lyft rides to work program because it's awesome. And you also want to talk to Miss Nikki Reed. And I think her information is at the bottom of the flyer. And she is awesome, and she will take care of you as well. Cool. So now this is awesome right here. This is for hot jobs. This is at Northwest Career Center. Every Thursday from 10 to 2, we have people here. Let me repeat that for the people in the back. Every Thursday from 10 to 2, we have people here at Northwest Career Center, which is located in the Mondawmin Mall on the 3rd floor. Elite Security is probably here every Thursday. Today we had Allied Universal. They're looking for security guards. We had the ARC. They're looking for employment mechanics, community living, house managers, social workers, training coordinators, licensed clinicians. We have Elite Security. They're looking for security guards. We have FedEx Express. They're looking for drivers and package handlers. We have HES Facilities Management. They're looking for general cleaners, floor techs, and supervisors. We got My City Transportation. Obviously, they're looking for drivers. We got People Ready. They're looking for flaggers and warehouse. So definitely come through if you're looking for a job, looking for employment, looking to change careers. If you're unemployed, underemployed, or just plain unhappy, make sure you make your way down to Northwest Career Center every Thursday from 10 to 2. I'll be here. My man Keon will be here. We will guide you in the right direction. My man Jimmy will be here. And our main objective and our main goal is to get you guys employed in Baltimore City. That's what's up. Now, coming up, we got the Veterans Job Fair. This is hosted by the Maryland Department of Labor. Job opportunities in industries for people that are veterans: security, IT, hospitality, automotive, healthcare, education, transportation, labor, manufacturing, logistics, construction. Over 25 participating employers. So what that means is this is going to be over 25 companies there looking to hire you. So dust off your suits, get your bow ties, get your ties, shine your shoes up, look dressed to impress, get the resumes together. Oh, by the way, if you need a resume, come to the Northwest Career Center. We got people here that get your resume looking real slick. All right, so that's what's up for the Veterans Job Fair, and I think the information is below. So no, today's show, you guys are in for a treat if you're listening. We got BT Biotechnical Institute, and we have the Local 7. which is awesome. So these are two people that we're going to talk to. We're going to ask them a couple questions. We're going to sit back and let them talk actually, and make sure that they know make sure that they can, kind of express to you what they do, how they do it, and how you can get involved. I think this is very exciting, very interesting. So let's do what we need to do. All right. I'm excited. All right. So look who we have here. We have Wayne Butcher, that silent.
Yep.
And we have Miss Carolina, and they are from the BT Institute. Is that correct?
BTI, which sometimes called Biotechnical Institute of Maryland. Yeah, that's their original.
Okay. I'm sorry about that.
Oh, no problem. Okay. No problem.
So listen, you guys have the floor.
Okay.
Tell us about BTI.
Okay, so the Biotechnical Institute of Maryland, or BTI Biotechnical Institute, is a 501c3, so it's a nonprofit. This is going to be the 25th year in existence, so our goal is to find folks that need a career, and try to show them that a career in bioscience, which would be biotechnology and also biopharmacology, that those careers are very rewarding, and so especially for folks who didn't have the opportunity to go to university, now we've challenged the paradigm that you have to have a bachelor's degree to make a contribution to science, and because it's definitely not the case, and of course once you do the training, then the doorway to advanced education is there as well. So you can sort of kill two birds with one stone. And then next to me is my colleague, Ms. Donna Carolina, and Ms. Carolina is a case manager, and I'll let her. She's shy, but I'll let her tell you what she does to take care of barriers.
Don't be shy, Ms. Carolina. It's only about 20 million people listening to you right
now. That's right, 20 million.
Yeah, 20 million. My job is to take care of barriers. We help remove them or help manage them. It could be like needing help with your BG&E bill or housing. I can't fix everything, but I try as best I can, and also help you during like job search. I send out job leads, and we get job leads in. We send out resumes. I do a lot of soft skills like preparing the resumes, doing a time management class, because people don't understand that soft skill is important, because if you don't get to work on time, you can destroy cause a lot of problems in the job.
Yep. Okay, so listen, let me ask you this. I live in Baltimore City. I think this is interesting. I'm like, wow, I'm listening to the show. The show is great. What's the next steps for people to get registered?
Okay, so the next step would be, so we're about to start a class now, so which is starting on July 10th, and it's 16 weeks in length. And so we've already pretty much interviewed. We just finished the interviews for that class today. But we do have another class coming up, either November 15th and November 22nd, something of that nature. Right. And so the program consists of two parts. Part one, so first I'll tell you what the program consists of, and I'll tell you how to get involved. So the first part is BioStart, and it's a 6-week program, and it deals with some of the soft skills, but it also hones people's math skills. So a lot of people have forgotten math, and math is involved in science. So and we also give them an introduction to biotech and biosciences, and we also do job acquisition skills such as mock interviews and resume writing and cover letter writing, things of that nature. So that's the first 6 weeks. And then the final 10 weeks would be the laboratory associates program. And that's what we call the skills that pay the bills. So it's going to be hands-on laboratory training, and you're going to learn how to make solutions using your newfound laboratory math, working with DNA, and which is the hallmark of biotechnology. So you're going to be able to purify DNA. You'll be able to cut DNA using enzymes, make copies of DNA using something called, that you may have heard of on the CSI programs, the polymerase chain reaction, also known as the PCR reaction, or PCR. R is a reaction. And then we also do cell. Obviously, it's a lot more ethical to work with cells than to work with whole bodies. So we can teach them, train them how to do cell culture, growing cells outside the body, and where you can experiment on them. And then since a lot of employment is in the pharmaceutical arena, then we teach them how to gown to work in clean rooms, good manufacturing practices, following standard operating procedures, how to work as a team to make a meaningful contribution to medicine. And we also train in immunology and histology, which is a microscopic study of tissues and cells. So it's a action-packed 10 weeks, and once finished that, we assist in employment. Miss Donna does. We also have a relationship. We have relationships with Hopkins, University of Maryland. Some of the recruiters like Aerotech, which is now known as Actilent, and LabSupport, which is now known as Apex Systems, and several others, Kelly's Services, Piper, and also many more. So sometimes some individuals will go on to an internship, but the vast majority of people are work ready, and so we have a good relationship again with, and we also have a really good relationship with startup biotech companies. So in addition to the pharmaceutical companies and the research, and also the LifeBridge, I should mention LifeBridge Biopark as well, associated with Sinai Hospital. So the sky's the limit.
What do I need to do to get started?
Okay, thank you.
You need to come in.
Mm-hmm.
You need to call up an appointment, come in, and you have to take a tape test. Mm-hmm. Which we first tell you about the information, little short information session.
And on the screen, there's the link. That link will be to an Eventbrite where you can actually choose the time that you would come in for a visit and to take that tape test. Mm-hmm.
And once you take the tape test, we see where you at. We want you to be reading on an 8th grade level, math on the 6th grade level.
Mm-hmm. And then we'll bring you up from there.
Bring you up from there, because then we have an enrichment program. Mm-hmm. That we include now, but to help you but you got to be there, be like that first couple of, like, we've got to be close to, I want you to be the first ones to come in if you need enrichment.
Right.
But you wait until the last minute and come and take the test, you disqualify yourself.
Right. And to answer Katanya's question, the minimum age to register is an 18-year-old. And so we're not really entertaining 16-year-olds. Now, of course, if you can start the training. They start the training at 17, and it's projected going to be 18. That could definitely work. And,
okay, now is this for Baltimore City residents, for anybody?
Oh, so we focus on Baltimore City, but we also take on individuals from the surrounding counties. But we're Baltimore City is our primary focus. Mm-hmm.
Okay, what about backgrounds, criminal background?
Good question. So we also have a relationship with the Maryland volunteer lawyers, and so what we can get expunged, we work on getting expunged. And the good thing is now, Hopkins always, like somewhere like Hopkins, they look back 7 years. Mm-hmm. So then if something happened. We interviewed somebody who had something like 18 years ago, and so we're confident that most of those things can be expunged. So obviously, when you're working in a pharmaceutical company, there is a sensitivity. So but I think they understand that if a person, it's not like somebody. Let's say they committed a crime in 2003, which is 20 years ago, that they're going to go back to a life in crime. Yeah. So
right.
That's recognized. Mm-hmm.
Okay, so Saturday is a very important day for some folks, as far as what's about to be legal. So how does that?
Yes. I'm glad you asked that. So
I don't know who those folks are. I'm
hidden ingredient. That's right.
I heard.
Yep, exactly. So just like in other states where it became legal, there's certain companies that no longer would even
Test
test
for
for that, and there are other companies that do test for that. And of
Right.
course, no company wants you to appear to go, just like nobody wants you to go to work with drunk either.
So you can't come in just smelling like you just smoked a joint.
That's another point.
Right.
Yeah. So we
Fair
try
enough.
to
Fair
emphasize
enough.
to our participants that you don't want to smell like it,
Yes.
but many, but some still do test for it, and I think that will be theoretically become less and less. But obviously, one should not be driving or taking public transportation while impaired.
Right.
Working while impaired. Yes.
Okay, so listen, you guys, thanks for all that great information. We got a little quick video we want to show just to kind of bring everything home, and we're gonna ask Tanya if she can put their information back on the bottom. It's on there. So here's the video, guys. All right, that was it.
Great. Oh, one other thing I kind of forgot to mention: graduates from BTI or Biotechnical Institute of Maryland who are interested in entering the enrolling in the biotech program at Baltimore City Community College will receive 7 credits toward the associate's degree in specifically in the biotech program. So that's another boost toward and a guidance toward continuing education as well.
All right, cool. So great, man. I'm so excited about this. So the website's at the bottom.
Mm-hmm.
Do I need a high school diploma or GED?
Yes, you do. You need a high school diploma or GED. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
GED. Okay. All right, cool. So we've covered a bunch of things. I'm very awesome. I'm very excited. So and wait, how much does this cost?
Free. $0. That's right.
Oh
free.
Man, this is great. This is great.
Yep, as a nonprofit, funds are raised through grants, donation, and cooperation, and governmental grants as well. Yeah. And so, yep, it's absolutely free.
And how much does somebody make who finishes your program? Around about.
Okay. Yeah, it varies. Recently, it's roughly, I would say, on average, in the last 3 or 4 years, about 19 to 20. Some people will make 17 though, and some will make $23 or $24 an hour. And so it depends on whether they're in academia or an industry. Industry tends to pay a little bit higher, and but then sometimes like some of the temp to hire might start at 17, but then once you get past that temp period, they'll push you toward 20. And there's other things where the encouragement, like for instance, one of the types of positions is animal care technician. And so an animal care technician, if they pass the ALAT test, I'm sorry, Donna, Miss Donna. Yeah, sorry. If they pass the certification test, which is paid for by the institution, whether it be Hopkins University of Maryland or Charles River, they can get a bump of $5 an hour, and so suddenly they're making 22, 23 an hour.
Nice.
It's improved a lot, increased a lot over the years.
Good. Well, listen, man, it was great to talk to you.
Mm-hmm.
Very excited. I'm very excited for the residents of Baltimore City. I'm very excited for this program, and yeah, man, if anybody has any questions, comments, or concerns, the email's below. You can always get in contact with me, Lewis.monk@baltimorecity.gov, and I will connect you with this guy. And yeah, man, average salaries or biotech ranges from $18 to $23 per hour. Okay, all right, that's a start.
Yep, it's a good start.
Yeah, man, it's great. It was great to talk to you.
Likewise.
Yep, and I will. There's a website one more time.
Beautiful.
Nice, man. Well, listen, you enjoy the rest of your day. And,
thank you.
We will be in contact with you soon. Hopefully, you'll get a lot of traction from this show.
Definitely. It's beautiful.
All right, man.
Take care.
Yep. All right, that's what's up, man. Listen, if you live in Baltimore City, you don't have a job. That means you don't want a job, because we have plenty of opportunities here for people. So I definitely feel like you need to hop on this, make it work, get motivated, get pumped up. It's a great thing. We today at Northwest Career Center just had an electrical apprenticeship. The local IBEW was here, right? All you need is a driver's license, a high school diploma or GED, and a sealed copy of your transcripts. When I say sealed, it cannot be opened. And if you get it electronically, don't open the attachment. Other than that, man, you want to be a local electrician, and we don't even really want to talk about how much electricians make, right? It's a 5-year program, and I think in the beginning, you are making maybe $17, $18 an hour, but after 5 years, you're making, I don't know, I did the math anyway. After 5 years, the math added up to like $93,000. So think of where you are now, think where you could be in 5 years. All right. That's what's up. So I guess we are moving on to the next show. The next, I was going to say contestant, the next interviewee, because I am the interviewer and the host of the show. And her name is Krista. And she advised me that I don't even have to try to pronounce her last name. She's with Unite Here Local Union. Is it the local T union or local union? I'm not sure, but I'm going to let her. Local 7.
Lucky number 7.
Yeah. So hey, Krista, how are you?
Good, very good. How's your afternoon going?
Everything is good. Everything is good. I was about to rename your union the local T union. But it's really the local 7 union, right?
Right. Unite Here Local 7.
Unite Here Local 7.
We are the union for Baltimore's hospitality workers. And I work with the Hospitality Academy, which is a partnership with industry employers to recruit, train, and place people into good union jobs.
Now, when you say hospitality, what do you mean?
I mean anything from food service at many of the universities around town, including right. Coppin State, Morgan State, Johns Hopkins University, Stevenson University. Some of the event centers like the Baltimore Convention Center, Levy at Camden Yards, and right. Aramark at the Raven Stadium. Food right. service at the airport, including the folks that work for a company called Sky Chef that make the food and pack up the carts that go on the planes.
Nice.
Some of the hotels downtown, the Hilton, the Hyatt, the Marriott, the big ones.
Okay.
And the Horseshoe Casino.
Wow. So you guys
hospitality workers and all of those. So we represent about 2,000 people at 20 different workplaces.
So it seems like you guys will probably always be looking for new people.
We're always looking for new people. And, about a year ago, we started the Hospitality Training Academy we're one of the grantees from the Mayor's Office of Employment Development Train Up Grant.
Right.
So we are just about to complete our 6th cohort. We've had 5 culinary classes that are 3 weeks, 60 hours of training, Monday through Friday, 3 to 7 at Forest Park High School.
Okay.
80% of our graduates have gone on to work mostly in union workplaces.
Nice.
And we just completed our first housekeeping training where we worked with the Baltimore Hilton. We did the training in the Hilton Hotel. Our first 5 people started work yesterday, and there's another group starting work today. So that's a shorter training, Monday through Friday, 9 to 2 during the week. And we are currently recruiting for our next culinary and housekeeping classes that we hope to start before the end of the summer.
Nice. Now, I have a couple questions for you, right?
Sure.
First one is, what is the I don't know what the word is. Why join a union?
Well, I mean, the reason to join a union is because we use our strength in numbers as a group to negotiate with management of all about wages, benefits, and rights, and get a contract that's legally binding and signed. So we know in our workplaces with the union what our raise is going to be every year for each year of the contract. And the company can't come back and say, oh, we didn't have a good year, so we're not going to do that now.
Gotcha.
People also have, most people in a non-union workplace are employees at will, whereas in the union, part of our contract, we negotiate that nobody can be disciplined without just cause, right? So we try to get rid of favoritism, nepotism, racism, sexism, all that stuff. By everybody has to be treated equally. And, if the company is going to do something, they can't say, oh, this is a better worker than that person. Like, that's subjective.
Got
right?
it.
So we want things to be based on factual metrics. We use seniority versus, oh, my cousin needs, I'm going to give that opportunity to my cousin rather than the person who's been there the longest. So there's lots of reasons to be in a union. But the biggest, most important one is we push to get signed, legally binding agreements from the companies about how people are treated, including wages, benefits, and rights. So on average, union workers make more than non-union workers, but affordable health care and the right not to be disciplined without a good reason are sort of major advantages of working in a union workplace.
Okay, cool. Now, what are the requirements? If I say, you know what, this is what I want to do, what's next?
So for the Hospitality Academy, if you're interested in culinary training, housekeeping training, we're working on developing a cashier training. You have to be 18 or turning 18 in the next couple of months.
Okay.
Baltimore City resident and unemployed or underemployed. So if you're working a job that without benefits or not without good pay, people are welcome to come do our training. So there's on the screen, the tinyurl.com to register for the Baltimore Hospitality Academy. And once people register at that link, we contact people and invite them to a orientation on Zoom, so people can, learn more about the specifics of the programs and what's offered, and we learn a little bit about them. And from there, we decide whether to go forward and do a one-on-one interview and get some paperwork done and talk to people one-on-one about what they're interested in and what their qualifications are. We don't even require a high school diploma or GED. Now, some of the employers do, but we'll work with people, including issues about background. Our program is completely background friendly. And what we try to do is work with people to figure out where to help them apply to places where that's not going to be a barrier. We do sometimes refer people out to get help with expungement, but there's no barrier to being part of our program, no matter what the background is. Though when we then work with people on placing them in a job in a union shop, some of the universities have tougher requirements than some of the other employers, but it just depends.
Okay, cool. That sounds very interesting. So when does the class start?
So our next cooks class is going to start July 31st and run for 3 weeks. So we are, in the next 2 weeks going to be doing Zooms and recruiting for that next cooks class. We don't have the date for the next housekeeping class, but hopefully it will be around the same time or maybe a little later.
Do I have to have experience with a cooks class?
You do not have to have any experience, though. For people who do have some experience or maybe have experience cooking at church or in the sort of informal economy, maybe they have done, different kinds of cooking for events or helping a relative or whatever. If people have that kind of experience, we like to think we can help people maximize the effect of that, because part of our program, people get Serve Safe Food Handler certified, as well as a certification from the American Hospitality and Lodging Institute to be a kitchen cook in a hotel. So
Awesome.
people leave our program after 3 weeks with 2 certifications that will help them move up. So if people have experience, but they maybe don't have any certifications or haven't been able to find a job, we are excited about helping them with that. So, so that's about our classes and the Hospitality Academy. I'm really excited also to be able to let folks know about a job fair dates for Levy Food Services at Camden Yards. Levy just got the contract this year to run food service at Camden Yards. They are having a job fair 3 days next week, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. Different times, 3 to 9 on Thursday, 11 to 5 on Friday, and 10 to 4 on Saturday. People can walk in. It's at the warehouse at Camden Yards, 333 West Camden Street. There's free parking. If you go to Lot B or C, you can walk in. They will talk to you, do an interview, and offer folks jobs on the spot. You will have to do an application, and it'll save time if you apply before the job fair. That's that bit.ly 3JNA8TO link. It's very brief to do that application for Levy Food Services, owned by Compass Group. So if you go to that link, it might say Compass Jobs. You're still in the right place. But the really exciting thing is these job fairs next Thursday, Friday, Saturday. If people are offered something those days, the plan is for people to be able to be at work, on board, fully onboarded by working by July 14th, the next week, when there's the next homestand. So the requirements for that are bringing your ID and a resume, if you have one, have to be turning 18 by October 31st. So that's something we actually just pushed Levy to push their age requirement down a little bit, because we think there are high school seniors, who would love to work at Camden Yards for the summer. And the jobs that are open are, all seasonal positions: cashiers, cooks, stand attendants, banquet servers, bartenders, dishwashers, restaurant service, and warehouse porters. All of the jobs range from $15 an hour to $18, and some of those are tip jobs too: stand attendants, cashiers, bartenders, restaurant servers get tips on top of that.
Cool. All right. Well, listen, it's been great. I appreciate it. Listen, the website is at the bottom.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, it's been so exciting. This has been a great show because it's giving people in Baltimore different ideas, different thought processes. If you thought that you couldn't get a job, maybe you didn't know what to do, now we've given you 2 valuable career jobs, really.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yep.
That's what we're here for. Again, it's great to have you on.
Thank you,
Miss Krista. And I was allowed to not even begin to pronounce your last name, so I'm just gonna call you Miss Krista.
That's fine. That's perfect for me.
All right, good, man.
Thank you so much.
There's no problem. That's it. So I think we're wrapping up now. It's been a great show. We had a couple things, very interesting things that happened today. I have to get back to work. Oh, you know what? We got one more guest. I'm so sorry. I forgot all about this guest. It's my man, Michael Niles. And he's going to talk about the eWorld Gaming Tournament. Michael.
What's up, man? How are you?
Man, I was about to shut this show down and go get some lunch. I totally forgot you were here. My bad.
I was about to send you my food order if you was going to leave. So
I got you, brother. I got you. Listen, man, it's good to have you on the show.
Thank you.
Now, you got to let us know about the eWorld Festival Gaming Tournament. I'm excited. I know my son's going to be excited. So
Yeah, so no, actually, it kind of derived from my background with festivals and tours and things like that, and I wanted to create something new. I finally took some courage and jumped out there, and I was like, let me put something, something different to the festival. And I was like, video games, man. You see kids on YouTube all the time watching people play video games. They're always on the video games, So it's like, let me add it in and see if it can work. And we did some beta testing and it worked. So I was like, I'm kind of proud to bring this actually to a full production. I'm proud to be able to do it here in Baltimore, but it's basically, normalizing the safety and normalizing, what kids are already kind of into, but just highlighting some of the safe spaces, right? So, if your kids playing video games, they're not in the streets, right? We want to make sure that, parents understand that video gaming, can still have a lot of benefits, even though they are sitting on their butts for a long time playing these video games. But, we push the agenda of being healthy, getting your heart rate up, getting away from the video games every now and then, but, kind of just creating a very healthy lifestyle around gaming versus kind of just getting a bad name of kids just sitting around doing nothing. And then we're also putting on this big stage, this big platform. I've done festivals with 30,000 people, and I'm hoping to grow this the same way. But imagine, your son or your daughter have an opportunity to compete against other gamers, and you're in front of 15,000, 20,000 people competing for a championship round at the age of 15, right? The age of 14. A lot of these kids, they aspire to be pro gamers. We're kind of pushing that agenda. It's a very, very safe space. Of course, against other things that kids could be doing, right?
Right.
So we're just trying to create that safe space. We're trying to give, a family-friendly environment. This is something that not only the kid can go to, but the parent can go to, the grandparents can go to. Video games been around for a long time, So your grandparents or even us, Super Mario's and your Atari Centipede games. Gaming has been around for a very long time. So this is our way of showing appreciation for the gaming community, kind of giving it that household feel, kind of giving it that hub space to say, hey, I know I can count on this festival and this gaming tournament to kind of make sure that my kid is safe. Their messaging is very healthy. They're not just here to kind of just push the gaming and the whole gaming lifestyle that comes with gaming. You get what I'm saying? So we're kind of looking at all bases, and we feel very excited that this is going to be a very good production. And I mean, we're counting down the days to see it happen for the community.
Where's it going to be?
August 5th at Rams Head Live, downtown Baltimore at the power plant. Doors open up at 12. Event starts at 1 o'clock. We got several DJs, plenty of hosts. We got a lot of lights, a lot of music, a lot of wow factors, a whole bunch of surprises. I wish I could tell you guys on this call right now about what we got for everybody. But if you guys seen a festival before, you guys seen an EDM festival, if you've seen, any huge production festival, you're going to get exactly that.
Awesome. Then how much does it cost?
So the tickets for the actual festival is $32.50 plus the little ticketing fee that Rams Head is going to charge me, which I have no control over. General admission is one ticket cost to get into the festival. But if there's kids, teenagers, adults that actually want to get involved with the gaming side of it, to be involved with that tournament, the registration is open now. It's 100% free. Okay. We have 3 different age groups for this thing, man. So we have Fortnite, we have Call of Duty, we have Madden 23, and we also have NBA 2K23 as well for them to choose to play in. If they want to play in more than one gaming category, they have to re-register, but it's 100% free. Kids get power rankings, right? If they start off and they can go from being ranked 79 all the way to being ranked 12th, we set up a stat page for them on our website, so Randy Smith wants to come on and participate. He comes in ranked the 79th registered kid, but he has a chance to go from 79 to 12, and we promote those accolades. Congratulations, Randy, for making it from 79th to your 12th ranking. So we really push the gaming thing. We really push them wanting to take gaming serious. But we make sure that the parents understand that we understand what it means to make sure that your kid is in a safe environment, a healthy environment with this gaming thing. So we're fully conscious of that. And we, like I said, we really feel really good about this thing.
Yeah, this is awesome, man. This is great.
Mm-hmm.
This is incredible, man. So wait, you don't have a Pac-Man tournament? Because I'm nice at Pac-Man, but it has to be the Atari Pac-Man with the button on it.
Yeah, not yet, but I will tell you this. I'm getting a lot of emails and phone calls about Street Fighter. Street Fighter. Everybody's like, man, like we want to play. Like I'm talking about people like my age. Like, man, what about Street Fighter? Like, what about so we're gonna let me take care of the kids first, right? Let me take care of the babies. That's who I'm focused on right now.
Fair enough.
So yeah, let me take care of them, and then the community's going to let you know what they want. The good thing is that at least they respect you enough to tell you, right? They could have went somewhere else. So
that's right.
Mhm.
Hey man, this is great. This is a great show. Check out the website, www.eworldfestival.com.
Yes, sir.
Man, Michael Niles is in here. It's going to be exciting. It's going to be a great time. I don't even know what to say, man. I'm definitely going.
Enjoy it.
My son is definitely going to be excited about this, and I know he has friends. And this is like a great safe time, a great safe space.
Yes.
To come out and just have a good time.
Yep. So registration's open now from all the way to July 15th. The actual gaming tournament starts the 19th to the 23rd. The top 3 finalists from that tournament will have the opportunity to be invited to compete for the top spot at the festival.
Awesome.
Yeah.
All right,
Appreciate it, man.
Niles,
Thank you.
It's been great, man. We will talk to you soon. If you guys have any questions, always hit me up, Louis.monk at BaltimoreCity.gov. I'll plug you in. Hey, it's been a great show. I think we are out of guests. And I gotta apologize to my man Michael right now. I was about to shut this whole show down for real. But then he came in. I'm glad he came in. That was great. So yeah, man, we are out of here. Another great show. Appreciate it. Thank you, Marvin, for letting me step in. I got to get back to work. And hopefully you guys will see me again, man. I really appreciate it. And I will talk to you soon.